welcome to the Scale Model Club, and on this week's show we'll be painting the models we built last week. Nice. Hello, welcome to the Scale Model Club. So this is what I bought to do the Afrika Korp colours in. This is Vallejo's Afrika Korp DAC 1941 to 42, and it's a nice little sort of a whole paint system there, look. And on the back it tells you exactly sort of what to do and how to use it. So you've got the first coat of primer black, and then you've got a German grey. And then over the top of that we put the desert colour, and then the next colour over that is the lighter colours, and then the highlights, and then the very last one is a matte finish, which is nice to get a little to seal all the colours in. I know they're smaller bottles, but the nice thing is that this did all of my vehicles down there, and I've still got some left. And also now you've got the colours, so you can now, if you want to replace them with a bigger bottle or get more paints, you know what kind of colours you're looking for. So let's go. Usual setup. It's running about 1.2 psi with it's actually got a 0.4 needle in it because my 0.2 needle got damaged. So everything's a little bit awkward at the moment because it's spraying quite a wide pattern rather than a small pattern, but didn't really have much of a problem. First colour of the instructions is literally just to cover the whole thing in this dark, it's a black. It's not actually black, I say black, but it's not. It's like a really dark grey. But this basically gives you your shadow coat. So that's the black done. The next colour on is the German grey, which is called a base grey, and it is number 97 in the Vallejo list. This is great if you want to do the grey to the German tanks. It's brilliant just to stop at this colour because it does give a really nice effect. You could probably go and find yourselves a slightly lighter grey to do the highlighting in, but as you can see by the time I finish this model, I think it comes out quite nicely in the grey and it looks quite good. Once again, thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you're all keeping well, and I hope you all have a very nice Christmas. So sorry that's in a little bit of shade, but if I move my head out of the way, we'll all be able to see that's quite a nice colour. Straight after that, I blew a light coat all the way over the top in a German green brown, which is number 606 from Vallejo. I just covered the whole model of that with just a light coat, so you could just about see some of the grey and the black shining through. And then once I did that, and this stage here is the highlight, so all the top panels and all the flat panels I then did in this light brown, which is 230. At 230, as you can see the lighter colour there when I get it out of the shadow. So you do all the top faces that the sun would be on and any sort of wide spaces. It looks very aggressive and it looks very sort of in your face, but if you once you let the colour calm down and dry, it really does blend in together. See what I mean? But it looks very stark, but once that's dried, it will look very nice. Also, you want to make it a little bit lighter than you are, because then you're going to put I then put like a dark wash over the top just to get in all the nooks and crannies, and that will actually darken the colour down. But I was really pleased with how it all came out. I think they look really good, even though they're little tiny models. I would use the same painting process on a larger model. I didn't have any problems with the paints. Straight in the top, no thinner, straight out at the end. So once I'd done all the highlights, I then just gave it a quick bosh all over the model like that, just a wide, just to try and blend it all together a little bit more. I've forgotten a bit there, baldy. And I did exactly the same with the half track, the Kugelwagen and the little scout car. Once I had painted all of these colours in, I then gave, once I got the base coats, the light in and the colour how I wanted it, I then painted the tracks and the wheels. Were all painted in, the tracks were painted in a dark iron. The wheels on the two vehicles was painted in rubber black, and that's Tamiya rubber black and Tamiya dark iron, just because I like those shades of colours. But I do like the desert. I know it's a little bit fashionable to do desert tanks, but I do like them. They've come up really nicely. The little, doing some of the highlighting on the little Kugelwagen. That was a bit awkward because it's a tiny little model. It looks nice though. I'm really impressed with the two airfix models. I did like those. I must admit, I also did the Kugelwagen with the hood down, because I've got a couple of little mods to go in there, but I'm not sure if I should have really put the hood up, because I think if you're in the desert, you more than likely would have had the hood up because of all the dust flying around. But as a nice little convoy there, a couple of tanks, half-track Kugelwagen, and the little motorised gun carriagey thing, scout car. Put a little bit of paint on the wheels. Quite look forward to getting these all down on a nice sandy base. Make them look like they're actually moving through the desert. So yeah, so that's the wheels. They'll be stuck on. Always stick the wheels on last, that way you can paint all the wheel arches. So this is the Tamiya dark iron. Use that to paint the tyres, which didn't come out too bad, and the tracks. It was a bit ready for my liking, so I ended up using the rubber on the tyres on the front there, even after I painted this, and also on the sprue there before I stuck them on the vehicle. And that's Tamiya rubber black, which is black with like it's got like a different, like another shade in it. It just makes it look like a dark rubbery compound. It's quite a nice colour actually. So is the dark iron, to be honest. So now, after giving them all a gloss coat of Tamiya's XF22, let that dry for a day or so. You can see it's quite glossy. I then applied the wash and a bit of weathering, so all over the wheels and in all the little nooks and crannies. You can see the difference because the one at the bottom of the screen there has been done and the one I'm working on now hasn't, so you can see the different shade in the colours. And literally just pasted it all round like a pin wash, but a little bit heavier than a pin wash, so that when I wiped it all off, it gave the whole vehicle a darker shade. A bit like a filter really, because I haven't got any filters. Never really tried filters. I might give them a go. And I'm using Rig Ammo's dark wash for green vehicles, which just seemed to work quite nicely. But this is also because I used an acrylic clear gloss. This is a enamel wash, so you need a little bit of white spirit to dip on your cotton bud to wipe it off. I didn't do that. I just didn't quite give it time to dry. I mean, I give it about 10-15. It takes, the enamel stuff takes a bit longer to dry, I find. And I gave it like about 5-10 minutes, and then came back with a cotton bud and wiped it all off. So I let the tank dry, and this is the calf track that I did a few minutes ago, or about 5-10 minutes ago. It's still a little bit on the damp, but if you get yourself just a cotton bud, I'll literally wipe it off. and you'll find it darkens down the colour, and all the dark wash gets stuck in all the little places. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to go for any dark or any sand all over the vehicles. I'll have a think about it. I've got to put a matte varnish over them, so I may put a matte varnish over them and then see if I can find a sand wash to go over the top last of all. I think actually Humble do a really nice sand which actually dries in like a matte dusty colour, so but I'm not sure. I might leave them as they are. I do like them as they are. Always make sure that you wipe this off in sort of a direction of flow, so if an aircraft from front to back, a car from front to back will also up and down, or more up and down, so that it looks like it's running. So if you get bits left, it will just look like it's running down the side of the vehicle. I didn't get any decals with the Armour Fast model, so I split the decals that I had for the airfix ones, so all the tanks get across, and the Afrika Korp little palm trees have gone on the smaller vehicles. I was looking around for some decals, but could find them but couldn't get hold of them. And it's going to be very difficult now that we're all in a major lockdown just to actually get hold of the base for the sandy part, so I'm not 100% sure quite what I'm going to do with that yet. But whatever it is, I'll film it and you can all watch. So I wipe this all around the wheels, and that should leave it all the dark paint and all the little recesses. And now, after I've finished giving this a clean and a wipe and cleaned off all the wash, you can see that it has now darkened down to that kind of colour. You'll watch it now as I wipe it off. Changes it from that browny green to like a nice darker browny green. But it's nice. It helps blend all the different colours together, all the light colours, all the dark colours. It gets rid of all it blends it all together. So rather than looking like you've tried to paint lighter areas, it actually looks like it's more of a shadow. Must admit, those of you that follow me on Instagram will see that I posted most of the pictures of these when they were done before this video. But it's well worth a if you're on Instagram, follow me. It's well worth it. I stick loads of pictures up there. Really should try and advertise the channel on there, but I haven't quite worked out how you paste a video on there. Yeah, so what happens now is I shall find myself a base, create a nice little road in the desert, put the convoy on there, and then the very last video is going to be the sort of unboxing, review, painting and setting up of the new airfix Spitfire from the poster attacking the convoy. So thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, tell all your friends. I could do with more subscribers. I've got up to the big 60 and I'm really pleased with that. Thanks to everyone for that. I know it's like a silly number and it's only like 60 subs, but it means a lot. We'll get there. We'll be a famous YouTuber yet. Just you wait. this time next year, Del. That is if I could manage to find a not knock the camera, not knock the base, not knock any paint over. Find myself a nice light bulb. Generally try and become a little bit more professional. Knocked a wheel off there. Not a problem. A little bit of glue, stuff the wheel back on. Awesome. Not quite done the wheels enough there. Give that a wipe. So yeah, really pleased with that. Also, the next step is, and I've also forgotten to film it, is I got some extra bits from Red Dog Models off of eBay, who does 172 resin stowage parts, and they're brilliant. So I literally painted those, and I've stuck those on the tanks, the half tracks and stuff, so they've all got little tarpaulins and stuff, makes them look a little bit more real. But thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and come back next week where I should have the base built for this nice little convoy to go on. I'll see you all next time. Stay safe, everyone.